Hello, welcome back to Awareful. This is session 4. Thank you so much for coming. Now this week we're going to be looking at the informal and formal parts of mindfulness. We're also going to be exploring this idea of this non-pass-fail attitude. You know, we're a society that tends to be driven by failure and it being such a horrible negative term. But in this practice you'll find that failure is a good thing, and that in fact failure in its whole allows us to grow and learn. Now, as a quick reminder, remember mindfulness, bringing some attention in the moment, this idea of beginning to experience what's happening right now and learning to pause and breathe. Mindfulness is actually derived from a Sanskrit term, which just means the reminder or to remind. So if you think about it like that, that mindfulness isn't a technique or it isn't some sort of experience. What we're doing is just reminding ourselves, okay, I just need to stop for a moment. How am I thinking? How am I feeling? What's happening for me right now? And just working with it right now, which is why the formal practice becomes so important, because as we bring our attention into the moment, often we don't like it when we feel stressed or anxious, and so we distract. And so mindfulness is broken up into these two key areas, the formal and informal elements. Now the formal practice is the meditational element. Maybe you sat for one the other day. Remember we did session 2 where you actually did sit for one, whether you realised it or not. So it is literally taking the time out of your day to sit, lie down, listen to an audio, maybe the one that's going to be attached for you. It is just meditation. It's the opportunity for reflection, to become familiar with, becoming familiar with how we're feeling and what we're experiencing in the moment. An opportunity to get to know yourself a little bit better. Now, we're not trying to go naught to Dalai Lama in a week. I remember a good friend of mine who was a little adverse to practicing, decided to give it a try, stressed due to an upcoming exam or assignment or something like that. He sent me a text saying, "Dan, your stuff doesn't work. I'm more stressed now than what I did when I started." And I asked him, what happened? What did you do? Tell me a little bit about what happened. And he messaged me back and said, "I did a 4-hour meditation. I did all your practices in one go." Now, we're just going to be working by this 1% rule, even a 0.5% rule. By this I mean we're just going to be trying to improve in small doses, little bits per day. No need to go 0 to 4 hours in one session. Now, if you've seen that wonderful YouTube video by my teacher, Mingya Rinpoche, he breaks this down even further, saying a meditation can be just one conscious breath. And that's just saying to yourself, I'm just going to watch this breath. Now, the informal element is everything else. It's the touching, the feeling, the sensing, the tasting, the experience of life itself. The everyday activities that bring you back into the moment. The activities that allow you to switch from your analytical, overthinking mind sometimes, this searching, evaluating mind that we have, to that of just being present and aware to what's happening. How are you feeling? What are you seeing? What are you sensing? Now, I hope this makes sense. And so maybe just to take a little bit further, it's a systematic training of the mind. And the more we can practice, like anything, the better we're going to get at it. The best part is this system relaxes us, helps us to sleep better, helps us to get along better with our friends and families and colleagues, and helps us to be more understanding and accepting of change. Now, with much gratitude and appreciation, I look forward to seeing you in the next session where we explore the pass versus failure attitude, which I know we're going to do in this one, but I figure it's already going on too long and I want to give a whole focus to it. I hope you don't mind. But have an amazing rest of your day